Okay, and we're Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure everybody can see. Nobody can see me on your camera. All right, so we good? Not on your camera.
No, you get twisted it.
Try to fix it. Okay, YouTube. Well, we have our coffee. Oh, now you messed mine up. Jesus. Get it together. Get it together. That good enough?
Okay.
All right.
I don't think we really need this, but
Need
okay.
what?
This mic.
Well, it's for fashion.
I guess so.
It's to make it look like we actually are professional. Tap,
They
tap.
don't do this on TV. They don't have a big old fat mic in a way. Oh, you
Yes,
know.
they do. On
Mhm.
podcasts, they have big fat mics.
Mhm.
So we got a mic.
Hmm.
Okay, give us a thumbs up if you like our mic. Give us a thumb down if you think we can do without.
Hmm.
So what's going on, Holloway?
Hey, hold up, guys. Wait for a second. Well, nobody's here, so yeah, I can wait.
What you about to do? Putting your hood up? Oh, your spoon? He's going to put his. Sorry, guys. My husband left me. We're supposed to be a union, and he just left me. A little sad. But hello, everybody. He's coming back. Nobody's on yet. We're gonna wait a few more minutes. How was everybody's week? Oh, I'm not supposed to sip yet. I have to wait on him. You ready to do our coffee bump? All right. This is Coffee Talk with.
Hello, what's up? First off, I wasn't ready yet, so here we
Oh.
go.
Okay.
All right, so this is Coffee Talk with Jim and Ash. Here we go.
You supposed to say I'm?
I'm Jim.
And I'm Ash.
Here we are.
Thank you for not bumping too hard. So I have cream in mine, as you can see the color of mine. See, show them yours.
I drink my coffee black now.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I drink my coffee black. I don't even put sugar in it. I put honey in it now. So yeah. So
Well, I still add cream to mine and sugar. It's so good.
I like my coffee black like I like my women. My woman, black.
Well,
But
I like my.
although she has some cream. She got some cream.
I like my coffee creamy. I don't know if that's how I like my man, but.
Anyway, first off, we're trying to get into it this Sunday. Try to get back to our regular time around 12 o'clock because Sundays have been very busy with us. I've been working, and we have a lot of things we've been doing. But I'm glad. That, excuse me. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday. I hope that if you went to church, you had a good sermon from your pastor or your worship leader, and you will actually pull something from it that you can apply for the week. And so I hope everything is looking good with that. So today we're going to be talking about, the primary topic is has marriage become a business? As you know, my wife and I, we have two different minds of two different people, and I thought I already knew that when she brought this, she's the one that came up with this topic, which I thought was a great topic. But I knew that the way we thought about the topic was going to be two different mindsets, two different opinions on how we came up with what we want to discuss. And it's just funny how sometimes your wife, two people did thinking it comes.
Don't forget to talk to
you come at the problem at two different angles. And I like that. That's what I like about our marriage, because we have two different mindsets, two totally different ways of thinking, but that's completely okay. We take our different mindsets and work together to accomplish bigger things. Yes, we do.
We have two different mindsets: my way or no way.
Whatever. So anyway, I want to say hello to one of our guests. One thing I want to start doing, the people that are on, start acknowledging people. Hopefully, we can get some conversation.
What if people don't want to be acknowledged?
I was going to say hello, Miss Grenetta Ward. Thank you for watching us live right now. So we hope that we are giving you some information.
Thank you for tuning in.
At the very least, entertaining to you. And of course, if you have any comments or anything like that, or you want to add, you can always just type it in the window there, and we'll be very happy to answer your questions or concerns, address them as they occur. So anyway, let's go.
So the topic again, to reiterate, because he's long-winded and I'm not, is has marriage become a business? So what do you think, Mr. Holloway?
Has marriage become a business? Well, I just say this. When we got married, this question really wasn't an issue. Maybe it was just starting to clatter around social media and the world. Has marriage become a business? I don't believe. I mean, from the perspective of how I view marriage, I don't believe it has become a business. It's like you got married in 2011, right? 20, yeah, was it 22?
You should know.
Yeah, 2011.
You should know.
So we got married in 2011, and so I don't think. I mean, there was some aspects of marriage becoming a business, but I say even more so now because you have the warring of male and female, or men and women, especially in the Black community, uh, of saying that marriage has now become a business. Also, it being transactional.
Well, my opinion is that marriage can be a business if you don't be careful. When I say business, from my perspective, it's like, okay, when you first get married, it's just you and your husband, right? You and your spouse, and y'all doing your thing. You go to work, he go to work, y'all come home. It's all about you two. Then all of a sudden, you procreate and you have some little ones coming in the picture. And then all of a sudden, you're changing diapers, you're feeding a baby, you are washing clothes. I mean, it's so much that goes into it to where sometimes you forget that it's a marriage, but it's like, okay, at 5 o'clock, I have to do this. At 7 o'clock, we need to drop them off at daycare. At 4 o'clock, you pick them up. It's like you have a game plan going on in your marriage. And sometimes you forget, okay, and you start leaving out some other things to make your marriage more, I mean, your marriage becomes running like a business now instead of a marriage.
And that's where my viewpoint is differs right there. See, she looks like like the interworkings of a marriage becoming a business. And to me, her definition of what she just gave is it's not necessarily a business, but that's like more a job.
That's okay. It's a
job.
business, but that's how your marriages have become more of a job.
There you go.
Okay, marriages have become a job / business, and it can be unless you do some things to be intentional. Make it not a job because it can be. Yes.
What's the difference between a job and a business?
They're the same thing. They both you got to work. You got to work at a business and you got to work on a job.
No, a job and a business are two different things.
No. A job you got to work, and a business you got to work.
No, a job is I clock in and I do this particular task, and then I clock out and I go home.
So what's a business?
No, a business is I'm the owner of this business. I gotta, I don't clock. I'm always in. And and I don't necessarily clock out.
So if that's the case, then the marriage business.
No,
because you never clock out of your marriage.
But I was saying though, it's like I'm the one that's operating. I have ownership of everything, and I give versus like if I own the business, I give out the jobs and tasks.
Exactly, that's why I said marriage is like a business. You give your children a job, right?
No,
you do. You tell your children to take the trash out. You tell your children.
When?
Yes, you do. You tell them to go clean up Saint's poop, and that's a job. I tell them to bring their laundry downstairs and wash it. That's a job. So marriage is like a business.
Okay.
Thank you. I just proved the point.
No, you didn't.
I just proved the point. Marriage is not a job; it's a business.
Part of you described.
I'm the CEO and you the co-CEO.
Okay.
Y'all heard that?
But anyway, anyway. We're gonna go. It basically go with both trains of thoughts. Mike's going to talk about the interworkings of a marriage, of a working relationship. Of becoming a business for is like sometimes like the daily task of running your household. That's how she looks at it as far as the business. I'm looking at it as how right now I see especially between men and women, where the outlook as before marriage, before you get married, because I see a lot of people on social media, they're speaking as like, hey, I want to get married because marriage has become a business. Like some men look at it as like a man, and if I choose to get married with a woman, I had to provide for her, take care of her, take care of her family. And after that, no matter what.
But the Bible does say the man is supposed to provide.
Yeah, they don't care.
So what's wrong with that?
They don't mind that. They don't care about. That's not the issue. What they mind with men are, especially nowadays, they're saying like it's not a good business decision because, like, say if a divorce should happen, then they lose half their stuff.
Then they're going into marriage for the wrong reason already. Their mindset is already in the wrong spot.
But that's the thing.
That's the problem.
But I mean, it's not really this wrong. It's a general concern, though.
But why are they already thinking about divorce?
No, it's a concern because in the West, right now, like logically, right?
You do?
Yeah, men think in a logical order. Most women think, in emotional order. So if a man's thinking logically, right, and say he doesn't, I'm doing everything right, and then after that, how the laws are set up in the West. When I say West, I mean like America, Europe, Canada, European countries. That's when I say West.
Oh, here we go.
And so
Google.
And so when they look at it, it says, okay, cool. If I should happen to get a divorce, even if I do everything right, I could lose half of everything I have obtained. Through or I could lose my kids. Say that we can, I could lose access to them. I could pay child support. I could lose my house. I lose half of my assets and earnings through alimony and things like that. Another thing that they look at too, percentage statistically wise, right now in the West, that over 80% of divorces are filed by women. And so it's like, wait, when you look at this, so 50% of marriages, are failing right now, and plus, you have 80% of the people that do get divorced, they're filed by women. So it's like, it seems like a loser situation. 50% are getting divorced, and then after that, out of that 50%, 80% are filed by women.
So wait, let me stop you because you're getting long winded here.
Mm-hmm.
If men think it as a business, what about women? You saying men are thinking
because they're thinking on a logical aspect.
So women are not thinking that marriage is a business. Women are thinking marriage is.
That's it. Like beforehand, they're thinking about. And actually, no, women are also thinking about business as well.
No, women do not think that marriage is a business.
Well, from the people I've listened to, or like some of the women I've talked to.
I don't know who you listen to and who you talking to.
Just the general people that's single, basically.
Oh, single people.
Yeah, single people that are looking or thinking about marriage.
So you saying women now are thinking like, I don't want to get married because it's a business now. Like if I get married,
that's men.
Then
that's men.
So just men are thinking that marriage has become a business. That's what you're saying. Men.
No. So both sexes are thinking that marriage has become a business, but they're thinking about it through different lenses, different perspectives. So, for example, men are like I just told you, I've already said what men are thinking about, why is it not beneficial for them? But women, they look at it as a business, like, okay, man's gonna take care of me. I'm gonna get this out of him. I'm gonna get this out of him. I'm gonna get.
That's not what women think when they go into marriage.
No. So the modern.
What you mean the modern?
That's okay. Again, and the reason why, this is a good thing because you don't know about the modern woman.
I do know about the modern woman.
No, you don't, because you're not the modern woman.
Excuse me.
You're not. Like, again, you don't listen to some of the so-called feminists or women that's out there really like that, not representing women in a good light. You're not one of those women. That's why you don't know about it, which is great.
So what's the majority? Tell me that. What's the majority type of woman?
Right now, the majority type of woman that's on social media right now are who are not representing women well. They are so-called considered the modern woman. That's
I don't know what kind of friends you have, because my friends don't. I must not have, none of my friends are modern women, because the people that I deal with, they promote marriage and they don't think of marriage as a business. The only reason why I say marriage is it could become a business if you allow it to, is because everybody's working and on their doing their on their grind and hustling. You got children in the picture. You got kids that have PTO. You have sports. It's so much that you have to actually look and plan everything. You got to cook dinner, you got to make sure clothes are washed, and at the end of the day, you're like, whoo, we didn't even have time to talk to each other.
And that's just a daily task of just.
That's why I said it could become a business.
But I don't know if that's really a business or just like more like just family aspect of it. I don't think that's really. I mean, to me, that's kind of like a standard. Now, of course, if you do that on a continual basis where you're not having communication with your family and things like that, it's like a robot. It's like
exactly.
A machine.
And what can happen is once your kids go off to college and leave your household, you're gonna be bored because all you knew was your life revolved around that business. So
honestly, to me, it does not sound like that your marriage is a business. It sounds like the kids can be a business from your aspect, from your point of view, basically from what you're saying, because it's like it's not the marriage, that's the kids.
Well, your marriage can become a business too, because then you're doing your own thing. I'm doing my own thing.
What own thing?
Like you might want to go watch anime. Okay. And I may want to go sweep the floor, which I will not want to go do. But I'm
you
just
said
saying,
it. You said it. That's what you want to go do.
That's not what I read.
Apparently, that's your first thought.
You want to go watch anime. Okay. I want to go sit out in the Magnolia Plantation.
You don't have no plantation. Be black. I'm sorry. I'm not calling myself plantation.
I just want to go. I call it the Magnolia.
I call our backyard Freedom Garden. There we go. I'm not going nothing near close to plantation. See my wife. She's still learning, y'all. Don't worry. She's still learning.
Words are words. You just
words are not words. Words have meanings. I call my backyard Freedom Garden. There's not no plantation.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, let me just tell you this, guys. Just be mindful that because it can become, you have to agree. If you're not intentional, then you can lose focus and forget like spending some time together, doing something that y'all both like to do.
Definitely. But tell me this though, don't sometimes businesses or jobs have like times for their employees? They have like events for their
It would be
employees.
nice if they did.
I mean, back in the day,
Now they only give you a $25 gift card.
not even give that $15.
$25 gift card to HEB.
No, it's not even 25. It's like inflation hurts companies now too. Now,
No, they give you 25 because that's all they can give legally with taxes.
no,
As far as tax write-off.
my company gave 15.
They're just cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
You
My company cheap.
you get a company 48 hours of your time for them to give you $15 gift card. They be so happy with giving it to you too.
They sure do.
They be so happy.
but I'll just say this: coming from, I think it truly is a. I'm coming from the aspect again, coming from like the Warren sexes. I'm looking at it as like hey guys, where for as men that could be a general concern, like of potentially getting a divorce, but now we have to get to the spiritual aspect of it. It's like, okay, cool. Are we really gonna put our faith in God, or are we really gonna put our faith in the world? That's really what men have to really start thinking, because right now, when I see on these other podcasts, whether about men or women, whatever, they're talking about, you know, the battle of the sexes. Basically, they're not really thinking about, they're not putting God in their lifestyle. So that's why that whole concept of divorce or thinking about divorce, all the statistics and things like that, they're not really I mean, those things to think about. But the thing is, like, you know what, I'm going to truly make God the foundation of my marriage, and I'm not going to let the world come in and just like dictate to me how my marriage is going to go. I'm not going to let these other podcasters or social media or society say, hey, like, no, what y'all do out there in the world this is what they have to say. What the world does is what the world does. But as for me and my household, we're gonna worship God.
All right.
Most
Go
high.
ahead,
And so,
Joshua. Go
and
ahead,
so,
Joshua.
so that's really what men have to start doing. So the thing is, so you have these concerns, but we're becoming so superficial, we're leaving spirituality out of it altogether. And and see, the thing about our culture as Black people as well, because I'm Black, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, that's what it is. I'm Black, my wife's Black, have a Black family, so it used to be a time that us as Black people, that we, it was very easy to be, spiritual. We are, I said that we, on most of the aspect, majority of us are spiritual people, and we really try to strive by God. I know that since current and recent times, so we have so many like knowledge that has come out. Now we have like a lot of different religions. We have Black people, Israelites, we have Muslims, we have all these other faiths and things that's kind of jumping into our mental psyches. That's kind of like, I think, in the most part, I think it's kind of throwing us out of whack. It is helpful, but also too, it can be not helpful as well, because it's throwing so much information out there that we don't know where to go. And honestly, truthfully, I mean, the answer's always been there for many years, all the way up until now, and that's just the Bible. If you trust in the Lord, you're best to follow the word and find a church home that you can, like, go under. Honestly, I think you can't be led wrong, and be intentional about what you do. Like, it's one thing about my wife. We have different views. Don't get it wrong. We have different views about different things. Different, you can ask her something. We got the same question. We're gonna give you a different answer.
Completely different answer.
Most likely.
But my answer is usually right. Most of the time, like 98% of the time, my answer is right.
For me, 2 + 2 is 4. For her, it might be 5.
It might be.
So,
but it's gonna make sense. It's gonna make sense. Like for me, I can go out there and say the sky is blue, and he's gonna say it's purple.
Yeah. So, but
it's just how it is.
But anyway, but the thing is,
look what color. Show everybody what color your coffee is.
What this is what she gave me. It's funny that this is what she gave me. But anyway, but
no. You got black coffee. My coffee is light.
Oh, on the inside.
Color.
Oh yeah.
You see the color?
Because I'm from us. That's why I'm from us. You cream. You like to mix it. I'm for us.
You wish. You wish you were for the people.
I'm for us. No, but seriously though. And so, but the thing is, even if you have varying viewpoints within your marriage, or between your date or the person you're dating or you're courting at this particular time, you really have to be intentional. Like, you know what? No matter what happens, I'm intentional about my spouse. I'm intentional about the person I want to marry. no matter if I'm angry or whatever. And guess what? The D word, the divorce word, or that I don't care what other people are doing, 60%, 80%, whatever. We're not doing that. And that's really what men have to really think. And it's really just kind of fall into it though. I know like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I had a little series about well, just one episode basically. The benefits of marriage. And basically, I was going to like the worldly part of it, about the taxes and the insurances and all that stuff you get from being married. But there's a lot of spiritual benefits at it too. I'm not gonna go into it again, but you can watch that. It's on YouTube. And so again, the more spiritual that a man can get, the more closer to get the guy to get. God's going to get you the right woman in your life, so you don't have to worry about that. So, but I think again, some of these men, since we look for the superficial, we look for the good looks of women. Of course, all men want to have a beautiful woman, but the thing is, that shouldn't be like the dominant factor that you're looking for. Good looks.
So wait, hold on. That's not the dominant factor.
That shouldn't be just a dominant. It should be other aspects. I mean, that's just one thing that men, like, we want to have a woman that's appealing.
Am I appealing?
Of course.
Oh. You made me blush.
Okay, and then after that, another thing. So that's one thing, because you want to have the appearance, okay? Because that's going to draw you to your wife, right? Potential wife. Then after that, you want to have, outside of that, personality. Okay, cool. Does this person have some of the same values that I have?
Okay,
right?
Values and personality. I was about to say, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
So
I know our personalities are, complete opposite.
So that's what you want to have right there. And then next, what you have, and then next, after you find out, you have to, as you're gathering information on the dating or courting process, the primary process. This is the primary is like, do we have the same faith? Do we have a same understanding of God? Now, the dating show that I started, I think I showed you once, but I don't think you really watched it. And I look at the young people. I can say young people, even though I think I'm young.
I'm still young. People when we go to the store, people are like, "No, is that your daddy?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, that's my daddy."
But younger people, when I see them dating, it's a show on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, I think it's called Pop the Balloon, right? Pop the Balloon. And so basically they'll come out. It's like it'll be a line full of men or a line full of women. And they all have balloons. And then one person will come out of the opposite sex, and then they'll decide that they immediately pop the balloon, or they'll wait to hear the person out. And if they don't like something, they'll pop the balloon then. And I look at it and I'm like, okay, cool. These are, a lot of our younger people, because this is a black show, I must say, we don't have the spirituality like we used to. Like, when it comes to God, they don't believe in God. They don't know what they believe. I saw too many people say, I'm not really into God. Like, that used to be like such a thing that's like so beyond black people. Let's be real. Like, like to say I'm not into God, or I don't know what God is, but now, like, as young people, as I see people in their 20s, sometimes in the teenagers and 30s and unders, basically, they're like, I don't know what God is. I'm saying that out. So I don't really believe in God, but I call myself spiritual, or I kind of go at the moment I have a vibe. I'm like, well, what happened with that? Did you have a praying grandma or some parents?
I had a praying grandmother.
You have a praying grandma.
That was Helen Bailey. If I have to tell you who that was.
And so
her testimony. And
so now, when you get to that point where you don't have a spiritual life, you don't have like a God in your life.
It's the God.
It's like, okay, cool. Now you come to the because a man still going. No matter how far from God he is, or he's still going to think a logical way. That's when you start to think, it's marriage or business. Do I even need marriage?
Okay.
I
think you talked about 10 minutes straight. I was counting.
Yeah, but I mean that's fine. But
I'm just saying I was just sitting here.
But I think I think I'm making a point though. That's what I'm saying.
You're making your point is trying to tell that marriage is not a business.
Well, marriage. I just say this: marriage has some business aspects of it. But the way that they go about it is as far as thinking that marriage is just only a business for the detriment to them. That's a bad way of thinking. I'm talking for the men's.
I mean, that has to be something new, and that must be your timeline, because I don't just see men talking about they don't want to get married because they have to provide everything. If they get a divorce, they have to, half for this, half for that. I just don't see too many men talking about that's why they don't want to get married.
Yeah, I see it. A lot of people, I mean, like another thing, it's gotten so bad now. I know you haven't heard of this, but have you ever heard of passport bros?
Passport Bros. No, where you find that at?
Okay, so passport. I mean, it's not. This stuff is like all over.
It's not all over because if it
It's
was
not-
all over, I would know.
No. So again, this is two different viewpoints because her algorithm on her Facebook timeline does not see some of the things my algorithm
Yeah,
sees.
your algorithm sees all kind of stuff that don't make sense. You have that
No.
conspiracy theory algorithm.
No, I don't.
He has the weird
No.
algorithm. I have the normal people algorithm where normal
No.
people look at marriage
No,
as
no.
based
No.
on God, you know.
Hey, this is fine. So this is the thing, though. This is the thing. Her algorithm is like this,
and your algorithm is like this.
It's this algorithm,
and yours,
and
this
it's
is
like
yours, all over the place.
I've sheltered.
You be Donald Trump 1 minute, Biden the next.
I don't know what's going.
Independent the
I don't know
next.
what's going on in the world.
Donald Trump,
But
Biden,
my algorithm is like
independent.
okay. I get
Mine is
some all over.
whatever.
So yeah. So I know what's going on. So I won't be hit by surprise about some things because I saw what happened.
Yeah, you believe everything that flies. We'll go
Just
this
like,
way, go that way.
Just like we'll talk about a little bit briefly, like the war of Israel. Like your algorithm even told you didn't know nothing about that. There was a war on Israel. Yeah, he didn't even know.
Hush, boy.
I had to tell you, and then you had to Google it.
I didn't know it was a war.
No, you did it. No, you did it.
Only thing I didn't know. Okay,
no, you did.
I did know.
No, you did not know it was a war happening. The missiles were shot up and everything. I knew as soon as the missiles were shot, I knew about it. I got a notification.
Okay, Google.
That's
if y'all don't know, I call him a Google because he knows everything.
Andy was saying something.
Most people don't understand business. Maybe if we taught business in school, more marriages would last.
Bam! That's why I like Andy, man. See, Andy's so cool, man. He's coming with those comments. I need to have. I just got to get him on. I mean,
don't say that again because you every week.
No,
Andy, every time you get on here,
to keep saying it to manifest.
But yet you have a cell phone.
I'm gonna keep saying it until it manifests.
That's what we're gonna talk about next week.
I'm gonna keep saying
that's what we're gonna talk about next week.
Because you pray until something happens, right?
Okay.
You pray until something
faith
happens,
without
right?
works is dead.
So I'm gonna keep.
So you have a cell phone. All you have to do is dial Andy's number and say, Andy, let's meet at such and such, and let's go ahead and do this podcast. But instead, every time Andy gets on here, is Andy, we're gonna do this, Andy, we're gonna do this.
But no, Andy,
that's been about how many months, Andy? Be honest. That's been about 2 months now.
See, Andy on point.
Andy, there you go.
Andy on point, though. I'm just saying, he on point.
But when you gonna do your podcast?
Hey, we gonna do it.
You gonna do it? It's gonna be next January 2025. You gonna be like, we gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's 2025. Y'all still gonna be trying to do that podcast.
Okay.
This thing gonna be broke.
Okay,
let's see. Microphone. By the time
I don't even know if it's working right now.
It works.
I don't even know it's working right now.
But anyway, so marriage. But see, Andy said most people don't understand business. Maybe if we taught business in school, more marriages would last. Well, how does teaching business in school correlate with marriages lasting?
And this is your talking right now. Would you like to come on and give a comment? I can invite you on. I love to have you elaborate on that.
That's my question. How can teaching business school help marriages to last?
I see his point of view, though.
What his point of view is?
I think I see it. You can tell me if I'm wrong, Andy. So, like, say if we did teach business in school, right? And because the thing is, like I said, before you were talking about the job component of a marriage, right? But if you take ownership, because when you're an owner, it's a completely different type of feel because there's no clocking. You're the owner of a business. It's not like I clock in and I clock out. You always clock in as an owner. You making
so rest. Is that what he's saying with marriage? You never clock out of a marriage.
This big investment, right? Because you're taking your own money. You're buying all this stuff. You have to hire the people. You have to make the final decision at the end of the day. So you're taking all this ownership of it. So you have to, you have all this responsibility, ownership, and so it's like, okay, cool. And after that, when my employees clock out, they're done for the day. I'm not. I'm always because it's my business. I have to keep at the end of the day. I had to stop. I had to keep the boat from sinking. I'm the one in the back. If the pedal stop going, then I'm up there kicking my feet to keep.
Let me see how you kick your feet. Show everybody how you kick your feet.
Kicking your feet. So that's a completely different mindset to somebody that's a job. I'm coming to work. I'm getting my $20, $25 an hour, and then I'm gonna clock out. I'm good.
But I'm still trying to figure out how they have to do with marriage. How does that correlate with marriage?
You don't have ownership on the job. but as a business, like if I learn, like look, from school, like, hey, I got to do this from point B. You're gonna be the owner. And then I've had to do this, and this, and this. And I know all the struggles and everything that comes with a business. The other that in marriage, I understand that aspect of it. It's gonna be like boom. But in school, we're taught how to just get jobs. That's
Don't have a business, your family is the one constant that needs to be somewhat like a business.
okay.
If you
You,
don't
you
have
see
a
what
business,
I'm saying? Like, see, like,
I understand it. Just wait. Don't do me on public media.
okay, good.
If you don't have a business, period. That's the sentence. If you don't have a business, period.
Okay.
Okay, next sentence. Your family is the one constant that needs to be structured somewhat like a business. Okay, go ahead and explain, Google.
Go ahead. No, tell me what you
No,
think. I
go.
want to hear what you said. Don't do you, so you explain it to me.
Okay, well, what Andy is saying in my interpretation from Ashley's perspective, if you don't have a business, period. So that's a statement. I don't okay. And your family, that's us, is the one constant. Oh, your family is the constant that needs to be structured somewhat like a business. Okay.
Okay, keep going.
I explained it. I explained it.
Okay.
Basically, so you need to structure your family like a business. So a business never closes. You got to just keep going with your family.
I don't know about
A
you.
business has
Business do
a business
close.
has a CEO, which is myself,
Okay.
and it has a co-CEO, which is you. So the CEO calls all the shots. The co-CEO follows.
She wish.
And then you have your children who are your employees. If you tell them to take out the trash, they take out the trash. If you tell them to mop the floor, they mop the floor. And if they don't, then they just don't get paid.
Well, it's one thing that's different though. I can say this. I could slightly disagree with you on that. Like why a marriage can't really be a business for her, at least from her interpretation. One thing about well, you can, but I don't. You can do this, but I don't totally agree with it. Like a business, I can fire employees if I'm the CEO. I can fire people, right? How can you fire your children? How can you fire? I mean, like say they don't take out the trash. Say if they don't do this or they don't do that. With an employee, I can like, what, you don't want to work. That's fine. Bye. You fired. I can't really do that with my kids. I can never fire my kids. I'm gonna have to take care of them no matter what. I'm not gonna fire my wife to her, but like you fired. She's like, okay, whatever. Like she's still here.
I wish you would. I can't fire my wife. I wish you would fire me. I wish you would try.
Like you fired.
You
like,
talk about alimony.
It's like you fired. They're like, dang, that's hurting me. So in that aspect, since I can't fire the employees, they invested into this business, this family business. Like it's kind of hard. So I can't. That's why I say sometimes really marriage can't really be a business. It could be like it could be a family business, I guess. But you really can't fire nobody in your family, like So since I don't have that power,
we can put you on what you call that leave. Is it what they put people on, leave of absence or something when they under investigation?
You still here? Leave of absence? Are you not absent? I still see you every day.
Well,
so you're not leave of absence either.
Well,
you fired, or I'm gonna put you on a leave of absence, or you suspended. But I see you every day. Or you suspend? I see you every day though. So are you really suspended?
I wish you would suspend me or fire me, and we're gonna see what's
gonna
happen.
That's what I'm saying. I see. I can't.
So marriage. Okay, so to summarize it up, marriage you can look at it from two different perspectives when it comes to has marriage become a business? My perspective is that marriage can become a business in a sense where you're always working and you're on a certain time schedule, time frame. You go to this meeting with Jamel, I go to this meeting with Trinity. You do this with him, I'm gonna do this with her, and then we're gonna come back together, we're gonna eat dinner, then we're gonna take a bath, and we all gonna go to bed, and we're gonna start over tomorrow. That's a business. Whereas some way to help,
that's a job.
That's a business.
It's not a business, it's a job. It's a job. It's like
that's gonna be another topic. Job versus business.
No. So this is like this. This is how I look at it. Maybe I want to move to other topics. Okay, so to me, it's a marriage, a family is a job that you don't really truly get paid for, but you always be, it always benefits you and ever lasts you though. So you don't necessarily get paid for it. It's an everlasting job. Even when my kids get older, right? It's always gonna be my job as their father to give them like knowledge, give them wisdom, help them out whenever they need to be helped out. I'm always going to be there for them no matter what. It's a job that God has given me forever. It's like this, like that's how marriage is supposed to be. It's a job. It's a task that's never ending until you die. That's
So
really.
so let me ask you one question.
So business is actually, I can sell a business. I can't
so with
sell
this
my
job,
family.
how can you? What's the solution to marriages that are dealing with a job that's getting tough or strenuous? What's the solution?
A solution is basically, to me, it's not a business, because to me
It's a job.
it's
I'm
a
saying
job.
it's a
also
hard
a job. It's a
job.
hard job that's everlasting
It's a
to the
hard
grave,
job, but how can
basically.
you make the job easier?
I mean, it's like this. Of course, I can, as a believer of the Lord, the first thing I'm saying is pray. But the thing is, too,
Oh,
he said
he
quit.
said quit.
Nah, I don't know about quit. 'Cause, I mean, the thing is, because even when you quit, like say if if you were to quit, and divorce, without, God forbid that, I'm not speaking that, but you still got. I mean, if somebody that's a believer that's living for God, you're gonna be there for your family. You're gonna be there for your children. Just because just because you let the court enter your relationship and rip it apart, you still have to be. That's what I'm saying. You can't really fight, unless you're just a deadbeat. If you're a deadbeat, then you didn't care to begin with. But somebody that's not a deadbeat, that's living for God, that's really like trying to take care of their family, their children. It's basically to the grave, no matter what. Even even after 18, if you're really a believer and you love your family.
So wait a minute. If the job is hard, you saying prayer is going to be the thing to
No,
fix it?
not just prayer. Thing is, all right. So of course, in this day and age, and in the past too, but we never took advantage of these tools. One, if you also meet with other families, you ask for advice from people that's older than you. You talk to other experienced people or people your same age group, and say what do they do when they have certain situations to give you kind of release some of that stress from you. Go seek help from therapists.
So have a
therapy.
have a small circle of friends,
Yeah,
like
you got a small circle of friends
that maybe married in your situation, maybe going through some of the
therapy.
things that you're going through,
That's
and ask them
this
how
is the whole
they're.
point. The body is for the body of Christ. This is what we're here for, to help each other out. Because the thing is, yes, we all have the burden of life that's bearing down on us, but but if we are a part of body, like if we are part of if we're a part of like by a group of people that's helping us carry this burden of life, help us out. If we help each other out, the burden is not so heavy. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. The Bible already answered the question well before any of us were born. That's it right there. That's the answer.
Okay, so fellowship. So basically, prayer, talking to
Prayer,
Jesus, and then you need to fellowship with
fellowship,
with
and
fellow
then
believers,
therapist,
with common
and
believers,
therapy. Just therapy in
and
general.
and also just do some things together. Go ride your bikes together.
Right, but yeah, be intentional about having fun too, because sometimes in a marriage, again at this point I'm calling it a job. Have fun, be intentional about doing fun things together with your friend, your friend, not just your family, but friends, other believers, things like that.
Find something different. We just saw something that was so cool yesterday.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. If anybody wants to go with us, let us know. We can make it a couple things.
Oh yeah, the
we're
pottery
gonna go
thing.
Do some pottery, make some clay, and that'll be fun. So if anybody that watches this want to have a date night with your spouse, let's go do some pottery together.
So
let me read that. If they taught business in school, we would know that the difference in owning a business and climbing the corporate ladder is freedom and power. The mindset is the same. Do what it takes.
100%. Go ahead. That's my boy. That's Andy.
That's your boy again.
That's
there
Andy.
You go.
I don't care, man. Andy is my boy. I like him because he always has some really good insights.
I'm not saying he don't have a good insight. I'm just saying.
The thing about it is, like, one thing I like about he doesn't give he doesn't think like I think. That's why I like about it too. I love that part. He'll come at it from a different perspective, and then I see his perspective, even though it's coming from a different angle. And I love that because he'd be right from that perspective. And so and so
that's good stuff, Andy.
Yeah, so I like that. So that's a young man right there that's full of wisdom right there.
That's a young man that's a business owner. We got
business owner. Yeah, he's a business owner.
We always got to give a shout out to our friends Eunice and Andy Jackson. They are business owners. You guys listen to what I'm saying. They have a store and it's called A&E Beauty Supply in Pearland, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you need, far as beauty, hair, makeup, whatever. They have clothes in there, anything. Go in there. They even have barbecue sauce. Okay, so where do you go and find barbecue sauce at a beauty supply store? All right. But go check them
I'm gonna
out.
come there. I'm gonna go there and check them out now because I think I need some new clippers. I need some new shaving clippers too. Get my lineups right.
Yep, that black owned. We love to support our own, but again, we love the Jacksons. So proud of them, happy for them, and we just hope that whenever we do promote them, if more people see this, you will go out there and check them out and just see like the ambiance in there is beautiful.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So and you feel so comfortable when you walk in the store.
You gotta take a picture by the chair too. They have a beautiful king and queen chair.
Mhm.
Take a picture sitting in it. It's I love that king chair that they have. It's awesome.
Yep. And then if you go there, tell them Jamal and Ashley sent you.
Well, yeah. So yeah, but I'm getting some clippers. I need something edge me up, in between cuts. But okay, so yeah. But anyway, just real quick because I think my phone battery is about to die.
It sure is because you stay on it so much on Google.
No, I just didn't charge it last night.
Oh, yeah,
whatever. But anyway, some things I want to talk about. If you are living in Texas, but especially more importantly, if you are living in Fort Bend, Harris County area, I want to talk about home ownership taxes. Right now, especially in the Fort Bend area, I'm going to put because I'm in insurance. I kind of see it a little bit more closely than other people see it. If you notice, of course, in general, that your homeowners taxes go up every single year, right? Every single year, your homeowners go up, and it's getting crazy. But now, what they're doing now is, when you go pull up, you look at your address. So you live in Fort Bend, for example, right? You can go to Fort Bend. Just go on Google. You can type in Fort Bend CAD. Again, that's Fort Bend CAD. Once you put that in there, then it's going to take you to the Fort Bend website. Then right below is going to say property search. Click on property search. Put your address in there. Okay. Now, if it's your first time looking at it, you won't notice the change. But if you've been looking at it like past 3 to 4 years,
who goes to that website?
I mean, again, some people might people who look at properties, but the past 3 to 4 years, how they had a living area, right? Say if your square footage of the total square footage of your house was 3,000 square feet, and then you have the living area of your house, it might be
2,200 square feet.
2,200 square feet, right? They usually would tax your house by the living area of your actual living area, the living area. But now what they have done is that now they're taxing us by the total living area, so that total 3,000 or more.
So that's your garage and your back patio.
That's your garage, your back patio, your front porch. So say like us, for example, right? A total living area of our house is 2,700 square feet, right? That's what they would tax us by the total living area. But now, if I go on there, it says our total living area is 3,400 square feet.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
And I know that.
No. Our total area of our house is 2,700 square feet, not our living area.
No. The total square footage area of our house is 2,700 square feet. Okay, fine.
Yes.
But now it says 3,400.
Huh?
It says 3,400. So this is again, she don't know. I actually looked at it.
No, that's not factual.
Actually looked at it.
That's not factual.
I mean, how's not factual?
No.
Hey, before you be wrong as I'll get doors.
I'm not about to be wrong as I'll get doors.
I just looked at it this Friday. It's now Fort Bend has.
I'm not saying that part is not right. I'm telling you the square footage of our house.
It's 2,700 square feet. Yes.
That's everything.
That's not everything. That was not including the garage, not including the back patio, not including the porch. That's why I went from 2,700 to 3,400.
Oh.
That's
okay. Well, I stand to be corrected. I'm sorry. See, y'all see how I will apologize. I apologize, and I stand to be corrected. At least I admit when I'm wrong.
Okay. So now they're doing that with everybody. If you look this last year, somehow the total area of your house, square footage of your house, has increased drastically, right? And they're going to be taxing you on that square footage. So you got to protest your taxes, really, because they're really trying to get over in the Fort Bend area. If you live in Fort Bend or in Texas in general, but especially Fort Bend,
I don't know if protesting gonna do anything.
No. The thing is, you have to have proof. Like, hey, wait a minute, my square footage is not 3,400 square. Where did y'all get this nonsense from? That's not the total living space of our house. It's like from all these years, it was 2,700. Now you're saying it's 3,400.
So are you telling the people out here that they need to go get a survey? They need to hire somebody to
possibly
yes.
That's
more money. It's probably gonna cost more money to get a survey than to go and get your taxes raised.
It'll save you for years. A survey will save you for years versus
Well, they don't even have, if that's the case, they don't need to because they have the original blueprint of their house would tell them how much their square footage of their house is.
Well,
You mean getting
yeah.
appraisal?
You
Like
get
your personal
appraisal,
appraisal?
but I'm saying you have to look out for it though. But I'm saying though, people's square footage has doubled. At least 25% go up. And I know most people didn't build onto their houses. No, Fort Bend is trying to tax you more money for the square footage you have. That's why it's going up by drastic. Ours in 1 year, basically 300,000, almost $400,000.
That's
In
crazy.
1 year, $100,000 more just in 1 year. So I'm just saying on there.
That's crazy.
So yeah, so that's the one.
We don't have anything
We gotta
around
hurry up,
us.
babe. My battery. My
I'm
battery's-
sorry. Let me
my
hurry.
ba-
Let me
my
hurry.
battery's
Okay, we
about to
gotta
die.
go. You finish
Okay.
talking. Finish talking. I'm
All
still
right.
here.
Insurance is going up. So if you have a mortgage, so if you have a mortgage, so taxes are going to increase your mortgage. Insurance is going up. In Texas in general. You definitely want to keep an eye on that. Some insurance companies, if you're in the Fort Bend, Harris County areas, and also Brazoria County areas, we check your coverages, double check because they may not be insuring you if you have a home in the next couple of months.
But they can always come to you with AAA. Put
yes.
your thing out there now. My
Okay.
honey, he gonna do you right. You call Jamal 281-403. What's the last 4 digits?
8233.
8233. Call him up. He can give you a quote with AAA. So just letting y'all know, my honey does sell insurance. This is my commercial for him.
Okay.
I do love him. So, and
Okay.
he is providing for our family. And if you give him a chance, it would help us out greatly, I think. Is that good enough?
I appreciate that. Thank you, love.
You will.
But just be careful, like especially because the thing is, a lot of people have their taxes and insurance escrowed into their mortgage, and sometimes your mortgage is supposed to be the same every year, but coming June, a lot of insurance companies either not going to insure you, and your bank is going to be the insurance company for you. That's going to cause an increase in your escrow mortgage, or they're not, or that your insurance that you currently have, they're going to stop. If your renewal is coming up, they're going to say we're not going to renew it because we're not going to now no longer insure in this particular area anymore. These are some concerns that can raise your money, cause you money. This is where I'm gonna be honest with you. It affects everybody, but especially Black people, because we just don't know this stuff is happening. People are losing their houses. People are paying more money. Like, what? Like, where's the money going? I thought I budgeted for everything, but it's like your taxes and your insurance are changing, and so that's causing problems. So you have to pay attention to these things. Really do. We have people losing homes and stuff because of taxes and insurance. Okay. And then one last thing before my battery runs out. Sorry guys, I have to rush you because my battery was not charged.
And I asked you if your phone was charged before we started.
Well, it was, but yeah, voting matters. Who controls Texas? Yeah, that's true too. That's true, but also to protesting your taxes as well. We got to be on board on that protesting, because you don't want to have your be paying more for a house, because this is bad. We make these big investments on our houses just to be kicked out of them from not paying taxes and all that. So that's crazy to me. But next, this is more on an international basis. I think it was Thursday or Friday. Israel. Iran has, they launched. If you are, a believer in Christ and everything like that, there's always been wars in the Middle East. But this is where I call possible, just be on the lookout for everything, especially in that area of the Middle East. Never before has Iran actually attacked Israel directly, and also too, Iran they have capabilities now. For many years, but they never had nuclear capabilities until today. This could possibly start World War III. Hopefully not.
Why are we speaking that into the air?
Because it's all.
No, we don't need to speak that into the air.
We're not speaking. It's already happened.
No, you're speaking World War III.
No. It's possible.
We don't want to even. We don't want to speak possibilities into the air.
Babe.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you just shush me?
Yes, I did, because let the head of the household speak, because these are important things. Now, the reason why I am bringing it to believers' attention is, okay, so we need to always have prayer. But the thing is, a lot of times believers they don't know what's going on out there in the world and how it can affect them. All this stuff indirectly affects us, whether you want to believe it or not. War, like the war in Ukraine, you're mad about inflation, you're mad about things going up so high. Well, the war in Ukraine is one of the things that's causing that. Okay. Iran attacking Israel, that's going to that can make prices go up. That can cause a draft to go up. I'm just saying. So these are things we need to be in the spirit praying against. Like, Lord, help me get through this. You know, pray that there's no war, but also too, if there is a war, pray that we are able to get through it. So I need to be aware of it so I can pray against it, so we can have a prayer, you know, start praying these things, praying against these things. Because again, as a believer, we don't pray against flesh and blood. We pray against principalities and powers, right? Well, a war is a principality. You know, a country's fighting against each other is a principality. So these are things that we need to be in the spirit about praying for. Okay. So I'm not speaking it into existence. I'm not saying, like, you know, trying to talk bad. Just because you don't speak about something bad doesn't mean it doesn't prevent the bad thing from happening. But the thing is, if you're aware that it is happening, you put on the power of God to say, oh, be my armor, God, be my shield, God, help those people over there. That's the point. But you need to be aware of it. Just because I close my eyes and pretend it doesn't happen doesn't mean it's not happening. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So those are things I just wanted to air, you know, kind of air that we need to be aware of, you know, things that can affect us indirectly and directly. And if you live in the Fort Bend, Harris County, or Brazoria County areas, definitely watch out for the tax and insurance, because I think coming in June, a lot of insurance are pulling out of those areas. This is what it is. You know, I'm not saying this because I'm telling this because I am in insurance, and I've already been informed that some insurance, like a lot of some of your big major companies, like your State Farms, All States, and Farmers, big companies like those that you don't that are good companies, right? They're pulling out of these. Like they historically they never pulled out of like big areas like this before. Now they are for whatever reason. So I'm just like alerting people, like, just be aware. I don't want you to be caught off guard, like, oh my God, why did my mortgage go up so high? Because your bank had to take over the insurance that your insurance carrier dropped you, because they don't know, because they no longer cover the area. Now you're paying more money. We can't just be out here, not knowing about this and that. We got to be intentional about gathering information so we can be prepared.
And that's why God put us two together. With me, I don't pay attention to that kind of business. I just keep living. So he's my Google. He's my pastor. He's my doctor. Not for real, but I'm just saying, pastor, doctor. He's my coach. He's my what else are you? You're my. I told you my Google. My priest. Pastor, he's everything. Provider. Like if I need to know anything, like what's wrong with my knee, why is it hurting? He's my chiropractor. Your Facebook went out. My husband is a good guy, guys. He thinks he knows everything. He loves when he gets to share information with others, and I'm glad I do have him in my life, because, like I said, I just live kind of not really in a bubble, but a little bit in a bubble, and he lives like all over the place, right? Like we said earlier, I'm here and he's this. So we kind of balance each other out, because sometimes he goes a little bit too far and I have to bring him on back in.
Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna cut it right now. Unfortunately, my phone went out, so
I think that's been long enough.
Yeah, I got everything I wanted to say in. And if you're watching me, if you come up to my wife or you see this later, sorry my battery was dead. But hey, God bless everybody. We love you, Jim and Ash. We're gonna go ahead and sign off right there today. You guys have a blessed day in the name of Jesus. And talk to y'all later. See y'all next Sunday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now we gotta